Well, that was a very impressive win by our guys. Really happy the way they played. We beat an NCAA tournament team today, and although the score might say that, I want everybody to understand that we beat a really good basketball team that will be playing in the NCAA tournament. That's one of the best mid-major teams in the country. And, you know, we get people talk about our defense all the time, but our defense is pretty good. I've been preaching that for a long time, and no one wanted to listen. And I know Green Bay is one of the better defensive teams in the country. But again, I think what you saw is these guys when invested how we can play defense. And so I'm really proud of what we did on the defensive end. That was really special.
Questions for Coach? In addition to the defensive performance, also TJ Jackson, another huge game for him. Talk about his performance at the level.
You know, since we've come back from Costa Rica, TJ has been a different player, and I wanted to start him a few games ago, but we were on the road and we couldn't get practice time, so we knew when we got back home we would put him in the starting lineup, and I think it even helped Kurt today, to be honest with you. But TJ's energy, man, it's contagious. It's contagious. He brings a physicality and a toughness to this basketball team. You know, he's that Buford tight end that is playing basketball at the end of the day, so that toughness is something that we need. I just thought he was really, really special, and it showed. You know, just as he had double playing 28 minutes. I just thought he was really, especially we talked about we could not win this game if we didn't rebound the ball. And again, what we did is, when you put TJ out there, you're gonna rebound the basketball.
What was your plan against Sykes, and how do you think?
Yeah, we wanted to keep bodies around him. You know, he's a very good player. So, but we wanted him. We wanted him to see a lot of bodies. You know, we have a lot of length with our defense, and we got a lot of athleticism. And so we wanted to. Every time he would turn a corner, that we wanted him to see bodies. We knew we weren't going to stop him, but we wanted to make every basket that he had, tough. And so if you look, I think he was 5 of 15. And so that's the kind of game we wanted him to make. We want to make him a volume scorer where he's got to take a lot of shots and see a lot of bodies. And we thought we did a good job with that. But he is a really talented player.
Coach, this game seemed like probably one of you guys' best games so far this season. With the bench, contributing 20 points. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I thought our bench did a nice job, but at the end we've been playing good basketball. The problem is that we haven't been able to rest. We've been playing a big time NBA schedule. We were playing 3 games in 3 nights, 4 games in 6 days, 5 games in 10 days. So we haven't been able to practice to get better. And then we had to change on the fly who we were. Our identity had to change because we lost Jeff Thomas early. We thought he was going to pencil in and be a starter, so we had to kind of change the way we were going to play, not having Jeff out there. And so we haven't been able to practice this in because we didn't find it out until right before the Iowa State game. So a lot of things had to change and get better, and every day this team keeps getting better. And with the beauty of what you just saw is that we're not even close to being as good as what we need to be, especially on the offensive end of the floor. So, if we could find another kid that has my last name that could be a little better player, we're going to be really, really good, because the Hunter kid we got now is okay. But if we get another Hunter that's good, then we'll be lights out.
Is there any update on Jeff?
No, not quite yet. I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about any time the NCAA has their hands on a kid's eligibility. I just think that, again, I won't go into it, but I just think it's wrong, and I've said it again. But we move on. That's part of life. Jeff's a tough kid. He understands that, and so this team has to continue to move on.
Now you get this break and good for practice time.
Yeah, I did. I've never done this, and this is my 23rd year being a head coach. I've never done this. I gave these guys 3 days off, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lose my mind not being able to see them for 3 days, because who knows? But we'll take 3 days off, and they deserve it. We've gone through a lot. If you told me that the first 8 games we'd be 6-2, I would have taken it, and that's what this group is, especially with all the things in adversity we've had. So we'll take that, and we'll just keep marching and moving on.
4 from 13 from the arc. You seem to be pretty in good rhythm today, despite the 13 attempts. Talk a little bit about that in the defense and what you saw.
I think really Scrap and Ryan and Kev are just getting into the lane a lot, and I just felt probably more open than I have all season. They were spreading the floor out. TJ and those are crashing on the inside, so that makes my job easier. Again, I appreciate being down here, but I feel like Marcus or TJ should be down here. They're playing amazing on the inside, and that's making all of our job easier.
Coach, talk about your defense. Where do you think you guys are at with that right now?
Definitely in the right direction, man. Tonight was one of the best defensive games I've been a part of since I've been here. Everybody was flying around. Everybody had each other's backs. Everybody knew the scout report. And I think, it's just a mature basketball team. A team who's hungry for wins. And that showed tonight.
It seemed to be a very intense physical game that kind of went you expected? Did you want to set that tone with them coming in here?
Absolutely. They're a physical basketball team. They're actually a really good basketball team, too, and we knew that was going to happen. And a lot of our games this year have been physical, so, we're kind of used to that now. We're going to battle through it. We know that it only lasts for 5 minutes, and then we're back in our game plan. So once we get through those first 5, and I think we played well in that first 5 and built our confidence up, and it was history from there.
And after they opened up the second half with that run, it seems as though you tried to slow the pace of the game down. So, talk a little bit about slowing their momentum and then getting things back on their side.
Well, that's basketball. You'll never just be on one side of the run the whole game, and I've learned that. So we knew that was going to happen at some point, and it just happened early. And I think that was the best thing for us, so we could see that early and adjust. And we adjusted super quick, and I don't think they had a run after that. So that was probably the best thing to happen for them to get that run early, and we settled down and ran offense.
RJ, before we let you go, you guys have obviously been on the road a lot. Talk about what the home crowd meant to you guys. It really seemed to get you guys energized tonight. Yeah,
I feel like I'm saying this after every game, man. They're amazing. They come in. They were here 30 minutes before the game, packed in the student section. And, again, we really appreciate that because we work hard. And for crowds to turn out like that is really amazing, and we really appreciate that.
Any other questions for RJ?
Ryan, what type of identity is this team looking to be?
Everybody's they're really just finalizing their roles right now. It doesn't happen in the first 4 or 5 games, and I think probably now or in 2 games, you stamp your roles on the team right before, conference play. And I think we did it a little earlier than last year, but everybody's really just understanding what they have to do, and, it just shows in the stat sheet and on the court.
Long layoff and then finals weekend, then on the road against Old Dominion on December 17th. Talk about a little bit about how important it is to keep that energy up and keep that focus.
Right. Part of being a mature basketball team, as I was talking about earlier, is taking care of your body. So we need this time off. I hope that the guys enjoy it, but it should only last 2 or 3 days, and you're back, in the cold tub lifting weights and back practicing. So it's good to get this time off, but we're not satisfied at all. We have 2 big games coming up, so we'll be ready.